Assessment complete.
Pie puns for Pi Day. I didn't even realize until like 20 minutes ago that it was Pi Day. Because pie puns get messy, true. Yeah, pie's the rock of our world. Something about pie and measuring rocks. Who knows? Yeah, there's the clip. Hi, Elena. A rock pun you haven't heard. I shall try my best. I have heard the shale. I have heard that, but welcome, Elena. Don't be crusty. I'm sure we can find puns that work for both pies and geology. Polly! That's amazing. Yeah, I know this area better than you. So good. Eric definitely knows the area inside and out. Kim, everyone was quarried about you. Oh, Tolo. Oh, you guys. You rock my world. All right. We got food. I want to eat food. I guess I can put music back on while I'm eating. What did I get? I got a Beyond Meat breakfast sandwich and then a venti honey almond flat white with an extra shot because I always get extra shots in basically everything. Rocky Road ice cream. I should have. They do for delivery. Or at least some do. You've heard that one? Guess I'll keep digging. Interesting. I was definitely trained when Uber first started that you would sticker the bags closed. Plant. I like that more, Jay. I love Twitter. I spend altogether too much time on Twitter lately. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should follow me. Thanks, Tuffy. So yeah, my plan for this week is I'm literally gonna stream from today through Sunday. And then I'll probably take Monday, Tuesday off. And during that Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna set up my stream deck. Finally. Now that this room is like actually clean, and then I have some now that I've had this set up for a little bit, I have some stuff I kinda wanna play with. So next Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna play with like moving some stuff, reconfiguring some wires, and setting up my stream deck. Feed scrolling each day, yep. I'm on Twitter like perpetually. You flipped your share of plant-based ones on your private grill. I even have done a specialty one where I wanted a grilled tofu sandwich. I did that, tossed some grade A seasonings on it and a little romaine lettuce, and bada bam, they loved it. That sounds delicious, Lotus. That actually sounds so good. I love grilled tofu. A weekend box stream, yeah. I was going to, but with the potential that I can be on front page whenever I'm streaming, I canceled it. Because front page is actually a bigger opportunity than that is. Plus, I'm not acting for those days. They use me for other stuff. Saying nothing. You know what sounds delicious? A banana muffin with chocolate. That does, Captain, I would agree. I would love a banana muffin with chocolate. A banana butt with butt collet. Also that. Other inferior elbows. So yeah, I don't exactly know how this front page thing works. It seems to be similar to the shelf where there's some sort of algorithm that is choosing streamers that end up on front page, but it's a much lesser number than the shelf. And it can happen anytime I'm live, which is different than how other front page things work where you're actually scheduled for that carousel. They literally send you an email and like, you will be front page from this time to this time. Whereas this case, it's like, I might just be there at some point. I hope they don't forget. Well, it's one of those things where, like, if by Thursday or something I can tell that I haven't ended up on the front page carousel and I should be able to tell, then I'll email them and be like, hey, haven't been there yet. You have a joke? Want to hear it? Absolutely. You would say that. Last front page carousel slot, they forgot and still haven't rescheduled her? What the fuck? That would be so infuriating. Why wasn't the geologist hungry? I don't know, why? They'd lost their appetite. I would clap, but well played, Captain. That was awesome. Thank you for your patience, everyone. A sandwich bag slapper. Yeah, you've heard of knee slappers. Next level. Okay, let's fight the thinger. Fight it. What if I panic instead?
There's the core. Now I just need to access it.
When a geologist dies, you have to bury him. All right, guys. I think the standard has been raised.
Guess I'm not getting those overrides without a fight.
You're like a hippo. Oh! There's two of you! I didn't know there was two of you! Jeez! I'm stuck. This is fine. I'm gonna go over here now. What doing? You're the hurt one, right? Yeah, because you're tagged. I don't want it! Oh, fuck, we missed. What are we, how am I missing these? No, I don't want the suck! Don't give me the suck! Alright. No. I said no.
Much better.
Sheesh! What is that? What are you doing with your mouth? Hi. What did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. Hey. What did I destroy there? That was a big... Takes rock to face. Ah, much better. Proof Aloy is one of us. These are really good. Hey, in a box, what's your favorite kind of music? Rock and roll? Not really. Kim doesn't like the sucking. I shot the belly. Yeah, I guess it's just the belly was difficult to get to. Okay. No, I don't want the suck! Don't give me the suck! Just reminiscing her childhood. Right when Aloy got hit by a rock. Her favorite style of music is hard style. Wrong on so many levels. In a box, Trifoli. Burrower. Scrounger. Grazer, which I have scanned clearly. Scrapper. Fanghorn. I should get a 69 bits alert sound. I need to do a bunch of like bit alert sounds. I have like so much that I want to do for stream.
I should be able to override this machine.
It's good that your favorite music is rock and roll, but if your favorite band isn't the Rolling Stones, then you're not a real geologist. Corrupted override. I don't get it. I was distracted by rock puns. Hi!
should be able to override scroungers now.
Go fight the leap thinger. Pet!
Hands on the same side. At least for a while.
Oh god. Chill. Good work, pet. You helped. Is that a thrust fault? Some of the machines were corrupted, override, acquired. Oh. Yeah, I clearly wasn't paying enough attention. That did some damage. Oh, I guess you're just a little guy. No, don't throw rocks at me! I know you think that I like it, but I really don't. Wow, that really didn't kill you? Some of your overrides aren't fully unlocked. There will be a thing later that happens when you can change that. Oh. So I was trying to be all mysterious about it, yeah? Yeah, I wasn't necessarily looking for, an answer. No worries, though.
Getting somewhere.
Cool, first cauldron. We have 7 skill points. There's just so much pressure. Boy, you have found your calling. You have found your calling. Moo complete. Aw, cute. Tala. Hi, Tala. How are you? Good to see you. Did I miss? No, I cleared it. I hope you're doing well. Okay, do we get a fully thinger? I think that's my first silver, maybe? Learned all available skills on one tree. All right, now we can look at literally all of the rest of them. Sounds great. Deep concentration. Depletes more slowly, prolonging use. Concentration, recover concentration faster. Cool. Deal more damage with ranged weapons for a limited time. That's cool. Sure. Rock puns were much funnier during the Stone Age. I see. This didn't get cleared. Should this be green? I feel like it should be green. Poutine? Did I miss something if this isn't green? Tuffy, thank you for the gift sub to Tala. Tala, welcome back to the box. Thank you very much, Tuffy. Sheesh, you're almost at 100 gift subs. Thank you so much for all the support. Mine never went green either, and I could not figure it out. Okay. Okay. Like, I got, like, all of the info from there, and I completed the quest and everything. Some progression markers remain broken. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Hey, Anabox, is the game handling pretty well compared to the first game? I think it handles quite well, yeah. Like, I mean, The combat in the first game felt smooth, and the combat continues to feel smooth. There are a lot more mechanics in this one, even though I, again, just resort to using precision arrows for literally everything. But there are... the skill trees are pretty neat. I'm excited to keep, like, I'm excited to see what this hunter tree is gonna do for me. Polly, thank you for the gift sub to Rockface. Also, that puts us at over Tuffy's gift sub put us at over 10 subs today, so we have to do a reward. That's good. I guess you can say you're starting to get down to the gist of things. You didn't even want to know. You didn't even want to know how I felt about the combat compared to the first game. Motion sickness glasses. Still white on your map. Okay, good to know. Alright, I cleaned, so I actually like moved them onto the shelf. So that I have less things just on my desk. Thank you for looking that up, Jay. I appreciate it. Alright. I actually did. I need to play this game, but the wife won't let me get it. Oh no. So it was just an opportunity you couldn't pass up. Now what? Do we do the Dying Lands? Maybe we go do Dying Lands. I just like... And this just, like, stopped being... It was green, and it says completed, but it just stopped being green. Okay. Unknown shelter. Yeah, maybe we'll just path up towards the main story quest. See stuff on the way. Enjoying other people's excitement is so much fun. That's what Twitch is really, really great for, is that you get to, like, interact with the person that's enjoying and experiencing things. Friend? Friend! You finished Zero Dawn finally? Nice. Did you like it? Because I think if you like the first game, you'll like this game, effectively. I live here now. Can't see me. I don't know. The combat was good too, yeah. I thought this story from the first game was pretty incredible. We're so sneaky. I'm not here. Good. Bunnet cave. Bunnet! Good bunny kangaroo thing. A bird. It's a dead bird now. To get home and play more, yes. Glad I can help. Oh. Clink. I finished opening the eastern side of the map last night. Nice progress. Stool of Time. Guess we can restock? Restocked in a while.
Get this turned into something tasty.
Stool of Time. Alright, seems like we'll just make our way to the main story stuff. Go on.
Time shrine. I'm not sure what it means.
What now? What a Taru shrine. Hey, Kaiziak. How different is the gameplay from Zero Dawn? It feels very similar. There's a decent number of new mechanics, but it doesn't feel like it alters sort of how you would play the game. In some ways, it's just they've given you ways to enhance how you might have played the first game, if that makes sense. I may be obsessed with rocks, but that's my prerogative. Oh, Captain. Hot Torque and Glasses open Twitch. It is this place.
Looks like those three are in trouble. What, me?
I'm here for friendship. I'm not even participating in whatever's going on. Can I ever scan this thing yet? No. Sky Drifter.
Trust me, I'm not going anywhere. It's 3 against 1. We can do this. Our people need this food. We can't let this thing stop us.
Are you knocked down in the air? Isn't that the knockdown status effect in the air? Sus. Yo, I don't want your fire. That ground is on fire. Okay, stop. Can you hit it? It has like no health. Thank you. Yeah, you have more options. Fuck that bit of wall. Got stuck on the tree hitbox. Yeah, but it was the knockdown status effect, right? I wasn't making that up. Okay, sounds good, Captain. Thanks for being such a good sport today. It was really fun having you here. I hope you have a good day at work. Take care.
Everyone all right?
You have green
Save
on
our
your
lives.
clothing. You're my
More importantly,
favorite.
You save the harvest we carry. The Utaru are in your debt.
Aloy,
I am Daim.
you're saying that's a whole harvest.
The red light you see around you has withered most of our crops. What little we carry, we had to collect at the edge of the plains.
Where are you all headed?
Plainsong. It lies just down this road. I'm afraid you won't see many outlanders like yourself there. My people like to keep to themselves. But if you're lacking weapons or supplies, I know some of them will be willing to trade with you. Here, it's not much, but it's the
Oh.
least I can do to thank you.
I can't take this.
Please, any kindness we see, we also sow.
Thank you.
That's a lot of farming
Dine.
puns.
You should go. Tell the others we have the harvest, and that we need a healer.
Right. May the land bloom in your steps.
I should go too.
If you do make it to Plainsong, we share our meals up on the northern dish. Dan's one of the cooks there. I'm sure he can make you some rations worth trading for.
I'll try to make my way there if I can.
I don't know how dyes work yet. Alright, resuming my shrine. Whatever. Hello, I'm here to take all of your shrine valuables. This place is cool, though. Hi! Oh, and these are the land gods or whatever?
If I don't get Gaia up and running, it'll be like this everywhere.
Cool. So many satellites. This is super neat. I love this. I like the music too.
Careful, Outlander.
I just want to walk around. It's cool.
More of the Utaru's land gods. Sowing the fields with light. So they're still following their programming.
Oh, interesting.
Even though it's killing everything.
Interesting. I like that they're actually called land gods in the focus. Yeah, I love the choir. It's such a neat little like detail. And when like you don't hear a lot in video games. At least in my experience. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is my first visit to Plainsong. Cool. You first arrived here at night and it felt really special. I'm excited to see it at night. Plainsong is so polished. Isn't that like killing them? Hi.
Poison takes to the air around these fields outside.
The chorus has never led us astray. North. A brighter day.
There's Varl and Zoe.
I'm like getting emotional. And literally my eyes are tearing up. I love it here.
No. No.
Like just the rise and swell of the music.
Because it's not. A brighter day to you.
Cool. Plus green.
I hope your friend is ready for what lies ahead.
Aloy has handled harder problems than this.
I wish I shared your home.
There's much happening on that.
Yeah, it's like a respite. It's a kind of like an oasis, right?
Keep your guard up if you're heading southwest of Plainsong. We've had reports of Tenakth rebels in the area. Our scouts are still recovering from their wounds.
I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like the Utaru could use some backup against Tenakth rebels.
You all
Green. All right, Mart. Thank you for the redemption. Green for Utaru. The whole soundtrack came out the other day. It's 4 discs and it's glorious. No, I've been really digging the music in this game. Like, everything just... It all resonates to some degree. Green. Yeah, so many plants. Where's breaking? Breaking! So many plants. Plants. Been working at adding original soundtrack songs since then to your stream playlist. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the one that's in that that like bar tavern. It's like my favorite just because it literally makes me dance. But this is obviously a very different sentiment. Very different emotion that it's trying to get across. Must be in another tab, it's true. This is so beautiful. Hi, breaking. Don't mind me. Literally, I have the best luck tabbing over. These are my people, by the way. I would be them. They are me. Paint and I have had this discussion, yes. So, plants. It's okay, Kim. This is just a pretty video game. Breaking could cure the blight, to be honest. Yeah, probably.
I'm here.
Penetration test
It's singing.
blight.
Does it mean the chorus is ready?
Only
It
good
is
plants
assembled.
allowed.
I couldn't have done it without Varl. But I don't know what good it will do. The chorus is in disharmony.
Sounds pretty harmonious to
The
me.
subject of the cave is bad enough. Land God Fa still hasn't emerged, and every day more deadly machines try to force their way out, throwing themselves against the defensive cordon we set up around the entrance. That is only the first of
Hack the
Renfield's notes.
plan
Your
it.
request has exposed deep divisions within the chorus itself and the tribe.
Okay, I'm paying attention. It's lore time.
So you put fortifications around the cave.
Just some wooden barricades. We don't have the stonecraft of the Karja or Oseram. It is our archers at the cordon that truly hold the machines back. They withstand new attacks every day. I hope they can hold out.
What machines are coming out of the
I
cave?
never want to leave
Scavengers
here.
and hunter-killers. But they're tougher than any we fought before. More vicious, with a strange purple glow.
Sounds familiar.
You've fought machines like these?
If they are what I think they are, then yeah. There may be a whole other problem in that cave. All the more reason for me to get inside and figure it out.
Hackers is such amazing cheese. Is that a movie? Purple glow.
I
Painted?
get that the cave is sacred, but how did asking to go inside cause such a fuss?
The fuss was already there. Many in the tribe, and most in the chorus, want to keep doing what we have for generations, which often is nothing. But there are others who call for change, or extreme measures. Your request has given fresh life to the debate.
Right. Tradition. I've run into that before,
But each tribe has to be dealt with in their own way.
if you say so. You said you couldn't have assembled the chorus without him. What did you do?
Some in the chorus refused to meet to consider your request. They believe that the cave belongs to the land gods alone. But Varl saw that what you did with Ray could be used to our advantage.
Sometimes it isn't enough to ask the people in charge. You need others to ask for you. As many as possible.
We spread the word about how you soothed Ray.
There may even have been a little exaggeration.
Growing interest put pressure on
Varl's
the
so
chorus
smart.
until they finally agreed to meet.
I saw it work a few times with the matriarchs. And even with my mother. Once or twice.
Nice job. You can handle the politics from now on.
Oh no. I'm sure we'll still need you to cut through them from time
Willie Teabagger, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, from 96, Hackers is not great movie. Do you not star in it, Breaking?
So, the chorus is assembled. What now?
They're considering your request.
Then, shouldn't we go talk to them?
When you're ready. But don't worry.
You don't think Varl is returning to the east? You might be onto something.
Like these can go on for days.
I was not quite of the Vobe.
Then maybe
You
I
had
should resupply
glasses.
first. Who knows how many machines are in that cave?
Assuming the chorus agree to allow you inside.
And all female hackers must not.
We'll see. Do what
So
you need to
factual.
prepare. We'll wait for you above, where the chorus is gathered.
Cool. I feel so calm. Like just sit down on the ground and just like hang out. Yeah, serenity, indeed. Meditation stream when? I've never been able to get into meditation. Like, I did like 2 months of like hot yoga and like trying to do like meditation stuff, and it just, I know literally the act of it is to try to train you to like turn off your mind, and I just couldn't get there. I just got way too bored. Even with this music, no. Breaking, thank you for the gifts of two Itaru. Itaru, welcome to the box. Thank you, Breaking. Have a couple shots of something first, that'll help. Are you kidding me? I'm way less inhibited with a couple shots. I don't shut up. It's like I'm quieter when I'm sober because I have inhibitions and like am so inside myself. Whereas if I've been drinking, it's just, well, I'd sing Come On Me. You've seen.
Good. Don't get me wrong. Probably if you manage to find that strike piece.
This building is so cool. I like this ground texture and stuff. Like the mixing of all these different textures. Very, very neat. Polly, thank you for the gifts of to meditate with me. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is, Mike. It means that I'm probably on the front page right now, which is pretty cool. Plainsong is like love. Plainsong is life.
So the rumors are true. You must be
Man, I need to get me a bra like that.
And the one who's got this place in an uproar.
What's a Tanakh doing in Plainsong?
Resupplying for a trip to the hunting grounds.
That is all.
It's just northwest of here. That a sturdy soldier like yourself could handle the trials there.
But I could. Maybe I'll see you there.
Hunting grounds. That's not peaceful.
I prefer the sound of machines to singing. As soon as I get my supplies, I'm heading back.
Blues. Do I get a blue? Do I get a blue? Or do I have a blue? I don't have a blue sharp shot bow, do I? Or do I? Potato? Compare. Here we go. Okay, so this, yeah, this is just better. Kind of want to get this then. Blue is not the best color, sadly. Sadly. Yeah, hello to all the new viewers. My name is Kim, also known as Kimabox or Inabox. I am a variety streamer as well as a TLOU 2 grounded permadeath runner, and I play League of Legends every now and then. We are playing Horizon Forbidden West. I have the platinum for the first game, and I'm just playing this game at my own pace, doing what I want to whenever I want to. You've been putting arrows in your friends. What's not peaceful about hunting? True, Polly. I wish green was the best color. Long range damage, overdraw damage. Okay, so this has the overdraw effect then. Whereas my other one didn't have an overdraw effect. And has the extra coil as well. I kind of just want to buy this. Because, like, I'm just using my sharp shot bow. Like, that's where I live. That's what makes me happy. Yeah, Mart, we're on the front page right now, which is pretty damn cool. New bow. All right, let's sell. We have a bunch of stuff we can sell. Yeah. So many watches. Arm clocks. White gorillas be punching orangutans. That's one way to remember it. Watch arm clock. Anyways, don't mind me. Oh my god, I had no idea you could sell them in mass. That is so helpful. Yeah, I generally will look for that feature. Because it's a quality of life thing that hopefully developers think of. Be on your best behavior. Absolutely not. I refuse to be on my best behavior. I think that's probably my new favorite mechanic is inventory having a separate category that tells you what can sell without having to read anything. Agree, Ray. Oh my goodness. I super agree with that. Was there a workbench up here? Yeah, it's right here. All right. Buttspot was auto-modded. Poor Buttspot. Just trying to live its best life. They fixed the marking Apex Heart as safe to sell thing, right? Those were words. What am I missing? Ooh, Bellowback and Grazer. Yeah, okay, so I need to find these. We haven't run into a Bellowback yet. And I don't think we run into Grazer either. Some items that are useful slip into the items for sale section, but just a couple. Oh. Well. I mean, if I end up needing it, then I'll just farm it, I guess. Hi, Meg. How are you? Good to see you. Coils. That was the next thing that I was gonna do because we have coil slots. Coils. Probably just impact damage. Yeah. Okay. Buying back is also a thing in this game as it was in Horizon. That's true, actually. Buyback. But you have to, like, go to the place you sold it, right? It's not available at all merchants. If it's just Burrower or something, it'll probably doesn't matter, but if you have something like Apex Thunderjaw Heart, don't sell it, okay? Fair enough. But yeah, I could just buy it back. Okay, which one's my house? Is this my house? Because I live here now. Ah, this place is so cool! Oh my god, this is so cool! I'm obsessed. I think it's based on the most recent items sold and can be accessed at any vendor. Okay, then easy. They're important, but it also depends how much upgrading you do later game. Isn't too bad anyway. Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna be too concerned if I need to farm mats. It's not a super big deal. I'm, like, because I do trophy hunting, like, grinding shit out, whatever. I did 250 hours of grinding out 16-minute wins versus bots in Northgard for that platinum. I think I'm okay. Time to go and check if I've sold some. This is such a this pool up here? Are you kidding me? It like catches all the water. That's so cool. We're swimming. This butt makes me happy. The most important question for this world was never answered. Why are all the children the same height? Good question. I have 72 rocks! Guys, we have all these new viewers and I have the incorrect number of rocks. Phew. Unacceptable. We're just looking. I like these wings. These are cool. Like markings are like wings. That's neat. I grinded a ton of top tier weapon upgrades before playthrough 2. Didn't take too much work to get all the ones I wanted done. Yeah, I figure it won't be too bad. And so like, yeah, so they collect water up top and then it like runs down in these pipes. Si Onejo? Onejo? Sorry if I'm butchering that, but thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. The pipes. The pipes are calling. My goodness. And it's like watering this tree. I'm literally never leaving. I'm so happy for you to get here. I wanted to yell in happiness with you. Yeah, I live here now. And like, I don't know, the way that they've used this massive satellite dish to build their homes are, oh my god. Yeah, this is the end of the video game. Roll credits. We found the plant land. The end. Okay, that's where I came up from, right? Yeah, and then I went over that way. Huh. So that like tree is like up there. Cool. That's it. Happy plant people. The end. I'm gonna go over here first. Hi.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Wasn't sure you'd ever come around. What do you think of Plainsong?
It's quite a place.
Sure. As long as you like the smell of manure.
I do.
Don't mind me. I won't go wandering again, I promise. There are people who need me here. Some of the others the Eclipse took had it worse than me. A lot worse.
Do what you can for them, Yev.
I will. Won't be anything like you did, but I'll give it my best.
May you ever walk in the fields of friendship.
Aloy, I thought that was you.
Hello.
Aloy, I wanted to thank you again for saving my
I
life.
doesn't love an undercut.
I know we don't have much, but I promise my rations will help keep your strength up in the wilds.
Food. Excellent. Okay, let's maybe read some of these. Resonator buildup. 3 levels. I don't know what that means. Resonator blast. Is that something to do with Valor? Potion proficiency. Interesting. Stealth tear. Wheat. I like bread. Tear damage will in stealth, increasing the ability to remove an enemy's armor and parts from a machine. Cool. Land God's Gift. Oh, melee skill tree. Okay, thank you, Jay. Melee. Thank you, Minerva. One of the skills you're ignoring by focusing on stealth. Guys, is it a skill? Is it a skill in another tree? Weapon stamina. Increase your weapon stamina limit. That's kind of cool. Stealth ranged plus. Deal more ranged impact damage while in stealth. Deep water kindle weed oil. Alright. New goal. Get a kajillion deep water kindle weed oil and then kill everything from stealth.
I hope you know there'll always be a
They
warm
do
meal
have
waiting
food
for you
buffs in
here,
the
Aloy.
game, yeah.
Thank you, Dane.
There is only stealth tree. Thank you. I'm glad you agree with me. Andres, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in.
Nora, I heard what you did for Mel.
Whoa, that had some force to it. Hi! I literally just fell on top of you. I hope you are okay. You're very welcome. How's your day going? Little like nooks and crannies and stuff. It feels like there's so much to explore and just see. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there actually. Okay. Up top. I think there's some more stuff up top though. Potentially. So I like stopped mid-level and there was another jumping up point. Yeah. Don't mind me. Just weirdly climbing your buildings. Death? Hi. It's so pretty. I feel cozy and happy. I miss the Machine Strike player. Yes. Missed.
No running, children.
Sounds like someone is running around on our roof. Yeah, but it's the savior of Meridian, so it's K. Once you learn your way around, it is fun to traverse Plainsong with grapple and shield wing. Ooh, I could see that actually.
Quite some time.
cover of Twitch. Very cool. Well, welcome.
Nervous?
Bringing an Outlander before the chorus.
It's so green.
This works.
It'll be worth it, Zoe. You'll see.
Dress for protection.
The place that the Mad Sun King killed our people. Oh, is that a sore spot? Okay, what you got? Low profile, stealth ranged. I actually think that one looks pretty cool. It's so green. I'm not a big fan of the hat, to be honest. Hi, Wing. Or Wing. Delight. How's it going? Thanks for the host. You can remove the hat? Okay. I actually, like, love this outfit. You love the bonnet? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it fits Aloy's character to me. You remove headdress every time. I did mind the headdress on the last one. I like the one I'm wearing. Okay, I'm buying this. Yeah. Okay. I do think that the Carja Shadow one looks really cool. I tend to like darker outfits. Like, I tend to like materials that use black. Weird, right? It's not like my wardrobe is basically black. Like, ever since I saw Zoe, I was like, ooh, I like it. Oh, it's so pretty. I just think... And she's got, like, the markings on her arms. Ah! Okay, how do I take this hat off? Hard plus difficulty. Edit. I don't know. Low health valor. Melee defense. +5. Purge water defense. I don't know. Alright, this is the one I had on. Boy, I used that so much. These are blues. Fire. Maybe do... We're at -14 in this? Okay, maybe we would... Game settings. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around at night a bit. No hat. Visual? No. Auto shield wing. Choose whether you automatically deploy your shield wing when falling. Available after shield wing is unlocked. Interesting. First menu. Show headpiece. Off. Yeah! It's so pretty.
They have to break sometime, don't they?
It's so cool. Alright, I am now a plant lady. I have become breaking.
Nervous?
Bringing an Outlander before the chorus. I hope this works.
Well, Tuffy, you are welcome to wear the straw bonnet hat.
Haven't seen one since I visited Hunter's Gathering.
I didn't think the Utaru traveled that far east.
I did it for my dyes. I like to see how different
This is much
tribes
more
use
Aloy,
roots
yes.
and plants to make new colors. It's amazing how the right hue can make armor express so much more than its mere function.
Or are you... Oh, you're a dyer. Okay. Oh my god. I love skins. I kind of want to run around in my green for a bit, though. I do think the early autumn looks really cool, though. That one has orange, so it's the worst.
They're beautiful.
It's nothing compared to the Tenakth Dyers. They may not be the friendliest of tribes, but if you bring their dyers plants or samples, they might show you their skills.
Excuse me, you're excused. Did we have a timer on the glasses, by the way? I don't think Painted's here, so...
Reminds me of Mother's heart back in the North.
Did one die at the end for the trophy? Yeah, okay. I did like the red one. 8 minutes left. Thank you, Breaking.
Sorry, I can't let you pass.
But I'm wearing plants. I've become one of you. I've forgotten the rest of my purpose in this game, and I'm now one of you. Tay! Hi, Tay! How are you? Good to see you.
They have to break sometime.
So the singing just keeps going. I guess that means the chorus is still in
Thanks
session.
for stopping by.
I'll sing to soothe the chorus.
You are the loveliest plant lady. I love it.
It wouldn't be necessary if they were in harmony.
I'm not gonna
It's what I've always strived to be, even though I never knew I wanted it.
The singing will stop when we present ourselves. Are you ready?
I didn't even see the machine
There's a few
strike
things I need to
person.
do first.
Very well. We'll wait here.
I didn't realize I was gonna auto advance stuff. I don't want the chorus singing to stop. This game's like, I kind of just got to this area and I'm obsessed with it. Like I don't want to leave. I think it's so incredibly cool. Hi, Steven. You're trying to come up with an igneous rock pun. Ingenious rock pun.
Halt, Outlander.
Halt.
The chorus is still deliberating.
Heart back in the Nora sacred lands.
All right, I've
crowd around to hear what the matriarchs had to say.
You must miss home.
A little.
I've definitely missed some stuff.
How goes it?
If I look at the map, I guess. Or maybe I haven't missed. There's the. I managed to like see everything except literally the machine strike. Okay, we're
They
good.
have to break sometime, don't they?
Hi, Sarah. I love Plain
Are
Song.
you ready to speak before the chorus?
Hayao Miyazaki. Interesting. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go talk to them.
How are you, Steven? Good to see you. I felt like this first entering Eret Village in Final Fantasy XII, and this is just so much more grandiose. That's so cool. It actually, like, the chorus is causing, like, audio popping.
Speak.
Your sacred cave. There's something inside I need.
I was
I can
lurking
get it.
for your guys'
So-
dance
And
party
Venora,
last night, Tay.
I've
I was
spread
having
word
fun.
of your story and what you want. We know of no spirit in the cave, only Fa, our land god, who entered the cave and did not return.
The power of the land gods is broken. We are diminished. Tales of spirits will not help us. Nothing will.
We weaken, we die, and become fertile ground for new life.
You got so
This
sweaty.
is the natural order.
Perfect.
You're all just going to sit around until you become food for worms? Literally?
So says the Outlander.
Aloy, always the
Ignorant of
best
our
at diplomacy.
Please. Remember how she brought peace to Ray. Listen to her.
We've heard such temerity.
I've
from you
supported
before,
your
Zul.
local
Let
economy
us
by
not
buying
forget
your
that
clothes.
You agitated for reckless war against the Kaja.
At least she's trying to help.
How? By inviting you to break our traditions? Should we change our ways to suit every impudent outsider who wanders into Plainsong?
No. You should change your ways because your own lands are killing you.
The higher purpose, yeah.
We have stood by and watched as our land gods waste away. You would have us do the same with our neighbors, our children.
And this lone outlander can save us. Nonsense. A single seed matters little in the infinite cycle of growth and decay.
An alarm.
Uh-oh.
It's coming from the mountains.
The mountains. Are we battling?
The machines must have broken through the cordon.
Then we need to get down there.
What about the chorus?
If the cordon has fallen, there's nothing left to prevent
The
us from-
mountains.
The time for permission is over.
Yeah, Zo.
Then
Get
off
it.
we go.
How did they get down? Okay.
This way.
No, how
Gate and around.
did you guys get down? Did you take a grapple? That was a little sus.
Fighting in the fields ahead.
Yes. Okay. Dina taught them how to teleport. Impressive.
They must have come from the cordon.
It's just a apex scrounger. Let's see. Oh, greet the Ataro guard. You are from the east, no?
Do something about all of this.
Why am I greeting fucking guards in the middle of this? Wing, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you. Just casual greeting, yeah. Hello.
More machines.
Eat it, shrimps.
These machines are stronger, deadlier than normal.
They have plant people powers, don't question it. Hi. Nothing? Are we battling? Oh, we're battling now, okay. I don't have my right bow out. Oh, do I not have... Okay.
Don't have enough stamina yet.
Everything's fine. No.
Back up!
It's down. Get it. It's through the bridge. This game scores the she's. Nice, nice. All right.
Really?
We are fighting, right? That's what's happening? Okay. Hello, I have arrows. No, we super missed that. 4 whole damage.
It's down. You hit the weak spot.
We're clear.
We've done all we can here. We must press on.
Oh, a fox died in the middle of that. Poor fox. Just trying to do its thing. What are you? Claw Strider. Are we fighting that? No? We're just
Razor sharp claws and armed to the teeth.
it's just chilling? Fair enough. Rip Fox. Oh, for Fox's sake. You did not just do that.
This trail is the path of the land gods. It will lead us to the cordon. More machines.
You can take them out, Aloy. On your lead.
I'm hiding. I want to shoot parts of you. Nothing. I have my full, We missed with our big ability. It's fine. It's like I wanted to hit some of its weak spot, so I'm trying to aim for it. Hi! I don't need your ammo. You give me fucking acid arrows that I don't need. Oh, you're spinning over there. Okay. I did do that, and I'll do it again. Yeah, well, I'm used to you disappointing me. Hi! Friend? Not a friend. Aw. See, we can't melee. We don't know how to melee.
We need to keep moving.
Woo! You guys are kind of cool. Knocked out. Knocked out. Oh, you're still knocked down. I guess I didn't do a critical strike that first time or something. Hi Mike. I will be returning to The Last of Us Part 2 after I play this video game. Just for point of reference, if a streamer is playing something else on stream, it's not necessarily the most polite thing to go into the stream and ask for something else. Okay, I'm just not allowed to get my critical strike, I guess.
That's the last one. Now onto the cordon.
You got the plat? Nice, Robin. Congrats. That's awesome. Nice-oo.
This way, Aloy.
Yeah, I was like, okay, rip critical strike prompt, I guess. Didn't want it anyway. Oh, do I have to go across this bridge? Huh.
Get this from my stash when I need it.
How long would you say it took you for the plot?
We're almost there.
So many machines.
Okay, I want to like scan this thing
What happened to the
properly.
Cordon's defenders?
We better be ready for anything.
Tag part. Tag part. Tag part. Tag part. Yeah. Bye!
Cleared out the machines.
Far quicker than me. I did a lot of meandering. Have you watched my streams, Robin?
Not my first choice.
I live in meandering. You have 84 hours playtime, but that was me fucking about for a massive portion. Like, I just spent so long just wandering around Playsong doing literally nothing. can't argue with me there. Well, thank you. Arguing with me is kind of rude. I don't go to your stream and argue with you.
The cordon.
What's happening here?
So many dead.
Enter the sacred cave. 84 hours, 20 minutes with 90.43% completion.
Must keep going.
You don't have a stream. I don't know if that's lucky. Some people took 95 hours just to finish the story because they were too busy killing thunder draws and checking every goddamn waterfall and bit of mountain. Some people. You have absolutely argued with me in other people's streams. Yeah, I said Robin. I don't argue with Robin in other people's streams. I argue with you, Manny, literally everywhere.
We shouldn't linger here.
Yeah, Soma. Confirmed? Did you get like a screenshot or something? Yeah, if people do see me there, and if they can get a screenshot, that'd be pretty freaking cool. Virtual shock traps. Vertical shock traps are now available to craft and place. These special traps can damage flying targets as well as enemies on the ground and will stun vulnerable targets with shock damage. Fancy.
Hey, we should head into the cave.
Yo, Varl, chill. I'm learning stuff. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum-bum. Taru Whisperer. Oh, I actually did get one. Silent Strike. Okay. So this is like melee stuff. So I still want this one because it's got stealth ranged, which is what I tend to focus on. Vertical shock trap. It's pretty cool. Check Discord. Okay. I'm excited. Cool! That's so neat. That's so exciting. Very, very cool. It is only in Twitch US. Like, it won't be in other regions. So that might be, like, depending on where you are, or, like, if you use a VPN or something. It'll show up in Twitch US. And I don't know how it works in terms of, like, whether that's across Twitch US, or, like, if it's only certain regions of Twitch US. No clue. No frickin' clue. But that's so cool.
Land gods forgive our trespass.
We did it. Okay, this cave's neat.
What is that? A kind of wall. Made of light. We'll have to find a way around.
Up here. Follow your lead, Aloy.
Save the
There's
extra
another
stock for
part.
later.
Can I jump up there, or is that... Looks like this is maybe coming from another side. I don't think I can actually jump up there. I'd be surprised. Yeah, I think you can just, like... I think we'll be going, like, around and across or something. Varl's like, yo, I just jumped up here. Yeah. God, that's a jump. Seems physically impossible to actually jump that far. Was the early start today because of the front? I started my stream on time. Every other day I'm late. I just started my stream on time today.
What's that ahead? Like a cauldron door.
I'm supposed to be live at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday to Friday. I just tend to be like 2 to 3 hours late.
To understand what's going on in there, you're gonna need one of these.
Kim is never late, nor is she early. She streams precisely when she means to. Okay, I'm assuming it's been 8 minutes.
On the temple. Just like this.
I'm gonna take my glasses off. 30 to 60 minutes late.
There's blue light on the door. Yeah, take some care.
Well, sometimes it's depression related. Alright, alright.
Now listen. The machines we've been fighting, they're different. More dangerous. That means there's something very powerful somewhere beyond that door.
Alright.
It wants us dead. Follow my lead. And be ready for anything.
Apex.
Let's go.
I love having companions. I love having a team.
We have to find the core of this place.
Weird. Pear Bay core.
There's so much metal.
Who built this place? Machines. Not
Kind
like
of
they
sad
were
she's not as dramatic about overriding things this game. What do you mean? Like your big friendly mod team? Yeah, precisely like that. Safe. Jack. Jack.
We'll have to take them out.
Right behind you.
Oh, hi. I'm sneaking. You don't know I'm here. Also... I have 79 rocks! Quick. Mark, mark. You have 4 bans, 24 timeouts. Yeah, we're the problem here. Truly. Thanks, Farrell. Never fought machines before. Yo, no, I wanted to go take your friend down. Rude. You're gonna give me more fucking acid arrows, aren't you? Hello! Death from above! It worked! Oh, I'm all stunned and shit. Oh my god, stop with your tail whip! What the fuck is this flame? Excuse me. Oh, it's knocked down. Good work, everyone. I helped. Probably. Just let me lie, okay? No other stream has ever banned me. No one would believe that, ever. Literally anyone that knows you would not believe that.
Spirit you're after is in here.
Minerva? Maybe, but...
Have you been caught by a tail whip yet? Maybe, she says super confidently. There are a lot of new people here I can lie to. You really want to start off a friendship with lying? Really? Rock! Thank you, Polly. Only one who really cares. Only one who's really keeping an eye out for me. Just kidding. Okay. I was thinking Polly ran out of clever rock puns and was just like, rock. Is that no? I had 70 rocks, so Polly was making sure I only had 69 rocks.
It takes over places like these. Makes killer machines.
Do you think Polly would run out of words?
Even the mountain is rotted to the roots.
Manny is also the person with the most mod comments. I've never looked at like the mod comments for people in my stream.
You
Not
two
gonna
wait
lie.
here. I'll find another path.
Okay.
Standing on this floor panel. Activated something.
Did it now?
Looks like parts of those pillars are rotating. Maybe if I shoot the gears, I can lock them into place. Make a path up.
Huh? Can I see them? No, they are secret.
How are you doing, son?
This place was more freedom than this. No Taro has ever set foot in here. But I had to.
I don't know what that moved. In Ants, we use them a ton, especially on each other. Like, I think I left a mod comment on Mouth Chew of Dadass, though.
If I shoot them,
Hi, Painted.
pillars into place.
Painted, there was a whole timer thing, and you weren't here. Okay, I don't know what this is actually doing. If I had to film a sock puppet show. What? You what?
This device. The second sight. It's how Aloy saw what ailed Ray.
Yeah. It reveals things. Lights, images, glyphs. This is on a machine.
Why is this so blue?
No, it's just Aloy and me. And, well, now you.
An actual school project. Was it a euphemism? Okay, I need to I don't... I can't... But it... How to... Yeah, new puzzle type that clearly I feel like I've missed some sort of instruction, and I think Aloy has probably narrated it like 5 times, but I was too busy being sassy to paint it.
Aloy seems familiar with places like this.
Another 5 times in short order, yeah.
No. I've been in an old world ruin, but nothing like this.
I see.
Sassiness has consequences. I don't know, you're still here. Makes sense that Manny's super interested in a film that involves something that's been on Painted's feet. Amazing. Also, is that from my... That has to be from my armrest. Aloy, tell me what to do. Always 69 rocks, Remus. Always.
All this metal. Cold as winter.
Follow the need from the north of the sun.
Is this working? Is this fixing it? Is there a tutorial? No? Damn it. GG game 1. Crushing it. Jumpity jump jump jumpity jump jump. That was it. I did it. Okay, seriously, Aloy, tell me what to do. Because I don't understand if I'm supposed to be like locking this in somewhere. And I can't interact with this, as far as I can tell. So I can jump up here, but then I can't get anywhere from here. This is somehow all Painted's fault. 100%. What? Hey, Solar. Rock puns. Okay. I was like, I don't think manipulating Varl onto that space is what I was supposed to do. I did. I was talking to Painted and consequently missed Aloy telling me what I had to do. Alright, someone help me. Poutine. What should you do when you hear a joke about rocks? Shoot, Shiny. Oh.
That worked.
Take it with a grain of basalt.
So,
nice,
can you stand on
Solar.
that panel?
Well played.
Like this? Good. Stay there.
That did something.
That did something. God, Varl's so smart.
There. Should be able to climb all the way up now.
Hup.
What's that thing beyond the wall?
It's massive.
Beyond the wall.
More pillars. Might be a way across, if I can get them into the right position.
These are fast though. Fast.
Great. Looks heavy.
Uh.
I think I can get the crate through that shield. But I'll have to go around.
Okay. Oh, can I like...
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't think I had to do it this way, but I did it this way.
Getting there.
I don't know why I have this, but I have this. Oh. I get it.
That did it. The gears on the pillars should be exposed.
Yeah, if
now.
it works, it works.
Looks like there
True
were only 2
facts.
pillars this time.
Thanks, Varl.
There. Should be able to get across now.
Varl's so supportive, unlike Painted.
How's it going up there, Aloy?
I think I'm getting close. One more set of pillars. There should be a floor panel nearby to activate them.
Great cheerleader, it's true. Oh, I gotta be skilled with this one, I guess. Varl leader. Well played. Well played.
Okay. Now I can cross.
It had to be said, but now we can move on. I don't think so. I'm gonna be thinking about Varl leader for a long time. Cool. Well, once I learned the mechanic, that was easy. I was like, I don't understand. Is there some sort of weird-ass timing to this puzzle?
Maybe I can override it.
And there was, but... that's not... Aloy? Okay, we got there.
The cables are moving.
They're drawing back. We can climb up that vent.
Although why I'm using my precision arrows, I don't know, but I was.
How do we cross? Cables are twisted around that node on the other side.
What's
I'll
that?
see if I can get
That looks
to
like a bellow back, actually. An energy shield. Approaching, aiming into the prompt I have found to help on those. Whoa. Okay. Well, we just phased through that. I like this place. It's kind of spooky. Am I gonna get attacked? So there's stuff to climb up on over there.
How do I get back up there?
Are you okay down there?
Yeah.
Hup! It worked. climbing stuff on the other side too, I guess. Eh? Interesting. Are these... Another cauldron? This is story related though. This is story progress. How? Oh. Oh. Oh, this is how I get back up. Potato. What are you? No. Go to... Can I? Okay, we got there. Whew. Right, so if you fall, whereas I just took that path first, even better. Okay, I know that this thing moves, so yeah. Is that a bellow back? Not sure.
Whoa! That was quite a jump.
Whoop!
Okay, now, how to get up to the node?
Parkour! I guess this is the platforming I'm going for. That was not the platforming I was going for. Was there a ladder I could have let down? Yeah, good jump, Aloy. Proud of you. Alright. I don't think there's a ladder. I did the puzzle! Yeah, the previous puzzle, I figured it out. It was very, very, very difficult in that you literally shoot an arrow at the thing. Truly mind-boggling. It's really weird. Sometimes she gets magnetized to ridiculous points, and sometimes she misses easy jumps, yes. I would not say that the parkour, the free running in this game feels... It's probably the clunkiest part of it. Okay, is there a ladder? Because I would like to not have to do that again. No? No ladder. There we go. Sure. It's so ominous sounding here. Can I not be stuck? And now there's more of it. Wonderful. Can you stop? I was expecting a strong attack there and just yeet myself over the edge.
Come on over, you two.
It's not horrible. Yeah, it's just compared to like the rest of combat, which feels really smooth, it does not. So that way it stands out more. Prime armament.
Who is that?
Unit G.
Festus.
I used to wonder why people said the former and the latter when I was a kid.
Looks like there's another node on the other side. Near that door.
Go do your thing.
The former and the latter. Manny, you're adorable.
get to that node on the other side. Okay, there's a platform down there. I think I can reach it if I glide.
All right, gliding.
There's still no
That's a
sign.
mechanic.
It's a big place. We'll keep working on it.
I remember to use my shield wing all the time.
Engage distribution.
Jump into lava, bad. Jumping not into lava, oh right, this is a mechanic.
Transfer secondary packages to materials.
Alright. Round 2.
Ordnance in. Let's say 59 to B24.
I think I can hitch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Is there anything else over here? Yes. Yes, there is. That's not jumping. Good work, Kim. Opening my weapon wheel, not jumping. Huh? What is hurting me?
Assessment complete.
Why though? Why is that there? A Bane mask, true. Can I? Thank you. It's so worth this.
Matrix 5.
This is a shocking revelation. Horizon Zero Dawn was just not a game I enjoyed that much. I enjoy watching other people play, but just did not vibe with me. I mean, fair enough. Not every game is gonna work for everyone. I do think it is a good game to like watch other people play. Absolutely. The developers really don't want you to try climbing that wall. Yeah, clearly. I don't like that I vibrate while I'm like hanging onto this thing.
Thoro, above us. She's in the air.
Don't let go, Aloy.
Yep, wasn't planning on it.
Hi CTG, how are you?
It's over. Time to look. Hey. Should be able to glide to that platform down there. There's the note.
God, I'm so fancy. Okay, give me the override. Give me the override prompt. Thank you. Over here. Over here. Over here.
Execute armament assessment outline.
Going down? Or was I just bringing them over? Okay. Thing. Want to guess what level I'm at in League? Level 44? 444? 69? I'm stuck.
What does it want with this place?
They can't see you with that stealth outfit. The fussiness of when the prompts appear has been a perpetual source of irritation for me. Yeah,
It used to be part of something good.
Yeah, I agree.
Something called Gaia.
44, cute. 69, I'm stuck. Hi, Fierce! How are you? Good to see you.
More of those cables covering that door.
I'm really, really good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm excellent.
You ready?
Got your back.
It's not fair.
Oh no.
Okay, that is not a bellowback.
What has Hephaestus done to her?
Oh, it's an apex land god, I guess.
Sooner or later will be unleashed.
And then Plainsong. If my people see what it has become, if one of our gods attacks them,
you know what we have to do.
No, the land gods were so peaceful.
Laurel, are you ready?
Outside of, you know, sowing blight on the land. Yeah.
That dome of light. Is it protecting the machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
There should be a
Grimhorn.
node I can override nearby to shut it down.
Tag. 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 You're it. Grappling down things will always be one of the best feelings in this game. Gives me a bit of motion sickness. You're gonna watch the VOD though? Nice, Remus. Appreciate that. Okay. Usable weapon. The cluster launcher. Tail capsule. Tail clamp. Explosive. Okay, this is actually weak versus acid. Alright. If I tell you a rock pun you haven't heard, that would totally magma day. Well, guess what, Julian? You did. Hi, Julian. Hey, Pixelated, this is actually main story. We did do one Cauldron earlier, but this is a main story quest after Plainsong. Okay, let's battle. Nuh-uh, I'm not here. Do you think they know? Damn, you don't know where I am. Hi! Hello! Chill! There's something to my left. It's fine. It's fine.
If I can detach them, I can use them against it.
Stop! Oh my god! Hello, you appear to have a lot of fire attacks. Alright, well. Yeesh! No. Chill. Literally chill. Sure, yeah, that's what I wanted. Be frozen. Oh, get back! Nope, wrong. Wait, did it die? Oh, we killed it. Hell yeah. I'm so powerful. Oh, you're still alive. I was all ready to celebrate and shit. There we go. Hell yeah! Woo! Oh right, we're sad that we killed the land god. We're not celebrating. Read the room, Aloy.
It's still her god.
I do not grieve for a god or a machine, but because I no longer know what to believe.
Look, so if you want, you can go back home.
The brace shot is just so good.
Do I still have one?
It does so much
And if
damage.
so, for how long? Can you really heal our lands?
Awkward.
Save my people.
If you guys are enjoying the stream, remember to give me a follow. And that way you will get notifications when I go live. You can also join the Discord, where mostly there's pictures of my cat Miko and rock puns, which are currently on theme. I stream Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I do a whole bunch of different stuff on the stream. Nikki, thank you for the 15-month resub. Thank you, Nikki. This hasn't worked. Okay, we just overpowered it. We are 48 followers away from 5,000 Twitch followers, which is crazy. At 5,000 followers, we will do a special celebration stream full of to be determined. Hey Scar, how are you?
There's more.
Like Aloy said.
Is the OG of being stoned. Nice, Julian. I missed you come in, Scar. Might have been during this battle, but good to see you. I'm gonna head out, guys, and play some Horizon Forbidden West myself. Peace, guys. Have a
look like machines.
grand end of the day. See you, Lotus. Thanks for stopping in today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Take care. 50 Tiger 50, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Thank you. These rock puns are quite a journey. Yeah.
Corrupted overrides. Wish I knew how to restore them. And there's data here from
Plowhorn. Do I just make the same joke where I want to plow your horn? Is that just the joke I make every time?
Yes. Let's press on then.
Alright, I don't know how these face paints work. Kim, you fought a boss this weekend in Elden Ring that I didn't want to kill. I let the fight linger on for a while because the whole set piece was so beautiful. I actually had that moment with Elden Ring this past weekend myself, where I was really like, I thought the fight was so beautiful. I was utterly entranced by it. I was sad when I beat the boss, actually. Yeah, you can tell me how the face paint stuff works. Yeah, that's not like a game mechanic that I'll figure out. That's totally cool. Poutine regarding face paint. If you use that horn to craft something, you'll have horn blend. Is that a rock joke that I don't get? Later, there'll be merchants so you can pay like 10 shards to put it on you. Okay. TY. Yes, okay. Polly, I think I understand about 50% of your rock jokes. I think I'm just going to assume everything you say is rock related, even if it clearly isn't. Okay, I think I've looted everything. Face paint is a very important story game mechanic. So you spoiled that for me, you son of a... I love looting. Critical chance plus 10. There's a purple. Agility damage. Increases damage dealt while falling or sliding. Oh. This purple sucks. Your non-rock jokes are shamrocks. Amazing. Purple sucks in general. Blue, aka a better green, and purple. Alright, Breaking. Alright, we can go to blue in the PC. Wow, there's a lot of messages being deleted. Purple. I mean, painted. Well, same. Blah. There's more stuff over here, actually. Okay. What am I doing now? I'm going over here, I guess? Is that where I'm going, or is that where I came from? That's where I came from. This is where I'm going. Yeah, I have not been over here. Okay.
Graduates of Cradle 9.
Minerva!
Error. Unauthorized access detected.
That doesn't sound good.
Was that the spirit? Minerva?
Minerva!
I don't think so. At least, not directly.
I literally did not put another point anywhere else until I had fully completed the stealth tree. I have a purpose, and it is being a big wimp. We're gonna find Minerva, everybody. We've been looking for her for so long.
Attention. All personnel must vacate the facility immediately.
Something doesn't want us here.
Minerva, you're so not welcoming. Yeah, I've used the Invis Valor thing like twice, and I don't think to great effect. But eventually, maybe I'll understand it.
This place?
Seen anything like it before?
No.
Meads. Repair Bay, Tau.
There. That's our way out.
Can't scan anything here, I guess.
Error. Unauthorized access.
Of course you didn't. Oh, there have been some quartz puns. Of course there have been some quartz puns.
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here. And I think it's trying to keep us out.
We went so freaking red.
See if
It's
there's
like,
a way to get us in.
and the screen's so red that
sure
I
this
am
will come with you?
like red in reaction.
Yeah, Minerva could be dangerous. Let me make sure it's safe.
Okay.
We'll be right here if you need us.
You can combine the Valor with coils to do high damage in stealth. That sounds delicious. It's so red. I'm supposed to climb it. This is the opposite of climbing. Downward climbing. I think I was just supposed to leap across. Hooah! Yeah. It's kind of... I guess I could have scanned to actually see the...
Are you doing okay, Zoe?
There we go.
Zoe?
All this. Minerva. Hephaestus. Gaia. This is what will help heal Plainsong?
It's hard to explain. I mean, I barely understand it, but yeah.
Okay.
It's what Aloy's been looking
I
for
need to
this
find
whole
where
time.
Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
Unless... I'm pretty sure there's been a whole series of banned puns happening that are honestly going over my head a little bit. So I've been acknowledging them internally. hat tipping and then not wanting to look stupid. It's so red in here. This car took a fork in the road. Okay, so I need the energy cell to go back over there.
Alert! Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope.
Alexa! Hi, Alexa!
Easily, Minerva.
Box? Ma'am? How are you? Good to see you.
Might be able to pull that open.
What time are you likely streaming until with the entirely on time and not late start today? Trying to figure out when to finish my daily adulting. I'll probably be streaming for another couple hours. I'm gonna do like a full 8-hour stream today. I was wondering why you had a blanket that said Panther. It's been a long day. Ooh, Panther blanket. I like that. Hi Moto, how are you? My last pun was subpar, maybe because I have a tendency to rush. Okay, I get that one. I get that one.
This leads. What are all those cables in the center for?
There's too much. Map.
Minerva's shutting me out.
Oh. Minerva, you're kind of being a bitch right now. How does a rock make his name stand out? Makes it bigger and bolder. Nice, Remus. Nice. I hate this. I hate this view. It should die in a fire. I'd call the police on you, but that might sting. None of these are rock puns. Can I, like, shoot my thing? Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. I hate how red this is. It's like I need to fucking change like the lighting on my stream because it's literally like so red right now. Climb stuff at all? No, it's just a big... Oh yeah.
Looks like I should head up.
What's over there then? Give me that green. Dead end? No? Where does this go? Where the ever-living F am I? Can I just nicely drop to the ledge? Is that an option? Oh, I'm up here. Okay. Or did... I don't know where I am. We've drifted well off the original topic. Let's nickel back. Okay, Julian, I will ban you. I will ban you so hard. You have no idea.
For a way in higher up the mountain.
Some sugar cubes to sweeten this new avenue of puns. I feel like I understood the rock puns, whereas so many of the band puns are gonna go, like, way past me. Although that's not true. Because as I said, I didn't understand most of Polly's. Rock bands are nice.
Close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back.
Going up?
And we can start fixing the blight, the storms, and maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up?
They needed a clone of Elizabeth for their rock band. This is very obvious now. Since gneiss is a type of banded rock. Wow. That actually has like 3 layers to it, Polly. That's insane. The problem was we had nothing to premise for the band puns. The genesis of these music puns are still in the rocks. Not sure I use this word correctly, but I don't care. Fake it till you make it. Plants. Is that where I came out? I don't know. Or am I just dropping there? I'm so lost. I feel so turned around. Green.
There's Plainsong.
Oh fuck. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
After the attack, they're there. Might lead me to a way back in. But how to reach them?
It's like Aloy's telling me shit while I'm trying to like platform, so I just fucking miss what she says. Am I supposed to get on top of... Where am I going? Oh, I can see Plainsong from here. Oh, through those rocks. Okay. Uh-oh. Alright, we made it. Looks like we made it.
Ah, another shaft.
Ooh, another shaft in a boxgasm.
Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place.
No? Oh, okay. Fine. Minerva! Stop
Looks like some
locking
kind of
me
dome.
out.
Wonder what it's for.
Dome things. Oh my god, this is a journey. Kim likes the shaft. You said it. I'm only confirming it. Okay. Am I gonna have to battle a dance troupe again? This looks like a dance arena.
Alert. System core penetrated.
Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Please. Please.
Access denied.
It didn't used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good.
Show me your dance moves, Aloy.
That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Light. Cease.
I think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her. Like you used to be.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Yes.
Misery will cease. Oh, the misery.
Thank you. Thank you, Minerva.
Oh, you just have to ask the software. That's how computer programs work.
Elizabeth Sobek.
What?
Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code.
Hell yeah.
Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
It's weird hearing your name so often in this game. I'm trying to think. There's been a couple of games where the name Kim is, and it trips me out every time. Okay, thank you for lurking, Fierce. I hope the meetings go smoothly. Hi, Gaia.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek.
Just sometimes you get different outputs depending on your input. Fair enough, John. You just like think you can kill yourself in this one. What is this?
So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations.
A base?
And you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to
I
your
love
companions?
bases. I actually fucking love bases. They make me so happy.
Okay,
I do want to hear the joke. I'm just paying attention,
overwhelm
John.
them, okay? They don't have a lot of experience with things like, well, you.
Gaia's so magical. I missed her.
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Laurel, Zoe. This is Gaia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
Look
I will
around.
highlight the location
Look
of the
around,
lab
look
on your
around at
focus.
how lucky we are to be alive right now. I got distracted. It's a good thing Fierce went out to his work meetings.
I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center, where Zero Dawn progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area.
There's a wife and a husband. The wife goes up to the husband and tells him to go to the grocery store and buy a gallon of milk. If they have eggs, grab a dozen. The husband goes to the store and comes back with 12 gallons of milk. What a smart computer. That's awesome. Programmer jokes, I would like to see it. Nice, Scarlett. No, that's so good. It is not the error of the machine, just the error of the programmer. I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom again. Just a small comfort break. At the root of every computer error, you will find 2 human errors, one of which is the act of blaming it on the computer. Nice. Sounds like some bullshit. I love that. Time to string them along with more puns. Ooh, you are in your element right now. Also float along this double pun. This is now a programming pun chat. Can we merge it with rock somehow? Probably. I'm sure Polly can. Computers are just rocks that we electrocuted into sentience. Eh? I spilled your drink and now your table is all gooey. That's awesome. Why did the programmer quit his job? Because he didn't get a raise. Nice. I have no intent for people to appreciate my programming puns. It's just really small rocks. Sand is really small rocks. I don't understand why that was pointed out as weird. Sand is literally really small rocks. As a hacker, I am above all the basic programmer jokes. So true. We've moved on from rock puns. Good, because they're hard. Ryan, I'd like to thank you for coming out. It's been a pleasure to have you at this stream. Truly, truly. Did you hear about the SQL database that walked into a NoSQL bar? They left after a minute because they couldn't find a table. You did post that chart in Discord. We're all really small rocks when you think about it. No, Ryan, if I think about it, I don't think I'm a really small rock. No, I don't think that. Alright, we got some lore. Oh. No lore. I am a small rock. What you call it when computer programmers make fun of each other. Cyberbullying. Nice, nice. If you think you're a really small rock, please send help. Open your mind. No. If I open my mind, you're gonna somehow say I should like Nickelback.
What's all this?
What's all this then?
Gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number of people in here.
Or maybe just a few. To start with. You two go ahead. I'm going to poke around a bit.
So this place was here all this time.
Polly with the elaborate ones. I would wait for a while loop to hear more.
Remember that guy I told you about?
You're just object-oriented.
He sabotaged things. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
I don't know. We are just pure, like...
So this was supposed to be the lab.
I remember when it was just rock puns.
Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a look.
Who would have thought that there would be so much excitement for programmer puns? I asked the database engineer what they thought about the first movie about programming. They told me it was alright, but they're waiting for this sequel. Maybe we just need a new pun topic each day. I guess so. Programmers have lots of free time. Alright, how does this craft? Okay, so I have to craft these overrides. Interesting. Alright. Oh, I haven't scanned a Fanghorn yet, apparently. Aw, I'm all out of plow horns. Okay, so I need to, like, collect the parts to then get the overrides. Cool. So a couple extra steps.
Repair some of the corrupted overrides.
One is some.
But it looks like I need data from more machine parts to fix the rest.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy. When you are ready, return to the control room. We have much to discuss.
I can't. You know what, Ryan? You made an effort.
Correct. The facility was designed with a number of private offices.
I guess it's nice to have a space to call your own.
An office of mine own.
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad.
Hip hip array. Okay, I thought it was something like that, but then I was like, or it's just a poly joke that I don't understand. Hip hip array.
What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for Control Center operatives.
Bad, Polly, bad.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
There was a thing, wasn't there? Did I make that up? I thought I saw something. C++. I like that one, Polly, mostly because I can actually understand. Painted, that's why I don't laugh at your jokes.
Looks like another office.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Gaia did.
Over 72 characters long.
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
So I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
Correct. Ah! There is some stuff down there. Oh,
I've been down here before. It's where I first got into the facility.
okay. Where was the stuff I saw?
What's
there
all
was
this
loot
stuff for?
somewhere.
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored. Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility.
Aha!
Looks like some kind of storage room.
Oh. Minerva, you literally tried to stop me before I found my loot. Okay, now we can go back and talk to Gaia. I was getting really stressed out. Next stream, anyone making these puns will get timed out. It's important you nix this in the bud. Every part of me hurts inside.
Maybe it's time to talk to Gaia.
I'll leave you to it.
Hello!
Hello, Aloy.
Hi.
What's that reaction?
Ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
It's not very PC.
But two big ones.
Nice.
First. We're not going to be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now.
Lore dump.
Query pattern.
Love me a good lore dump.
Receiving. Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
Apollo.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed.
Okay.
They
Aether.
are within reach. Procurable.
Confirms that I've been saying Ether's name wrong the whole time. I had a lot of pun here.
Yeah,
Alright, take care, Scarlet. Thanks for stopping by. It was so much fun to have you.
It too stands revealed.
Have a good
but
night.
It is not like the others.
One of these things is not
In
like
years
the other.
Since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
No cloud? Can't use the cloud?
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
The strangers! Tell me about the dance
Maybe
troupe!
you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
What do you votes for names of the dance troupe?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy.
What?
The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away.
The Rockettes. What do you mean it originated 81?
That light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
A dance troupe from space?
Okay, so what's so far away and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship.
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up.
Unless...
I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
They are absolutely called the Rockettes, then. I guess I had more that I could have asked here. Alright.
The 3 subordinate functions that you detected.
We'll get back to the dance troupe.
What do we know about them?
All 3 are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all 3 were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density.
Ah, yes, of course.
But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost.
Demeter, the plant one.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
The band with rocks in, if you're into Terry Pratchett. I'm not into Terry Pratchett. I don't get the joke.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety
I
of
love
animal species.
Artemis.
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and culturing a
Eleuthia.
new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
But I wonder if Apollo, like if Odyssey had Apollo.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
Fuck
All
Ted
three of the
Faro,
missile functions
absolutely.
have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
Nam, hi.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Gaia, I'm sure all of this is really important, but at what point do I get to redesign this base with Utaru architecture and plants? Because if I can't, then it's just not as good of a base.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
Okay, sounds good, Older. Take care.
I'm afraid that is quite impossible.
Give some pats from me. I hope they
In my
feel
present
better.
State, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8% of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me rather than the other way around. A merge cannot
You
be
shower,
attempted
Steve.
until my
Yay!
heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6%.
Ah, so close. So close, Gaia.
Exceeding that of Hephaestus.
That's just not quite good enough. I think we uninstall the game. If it had been 44%, maybe this would have been a good game.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
I don't want to
It is
make
in
the
my nature
machines
to take all
violent.
necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only
Isn't this like the...
I must admit, however, that I have misgivings
Yeah.
about using such technology to kill. No matter
The
how
only person that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
You have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Don't you have some seemingly minor subordinate function that can contribute another 2.4% heuristic capability for reasons. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Buckle in, everybody. We are learning.
Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
They probably need somewhere to live.
Well, could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that...
Might take multiple flushes.
Boosted her power until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system.
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere. To their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction. Instead of salvation. Well, this is not good. You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Bit of a distance.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin. The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Aloy, I can't do math.
Your own experience demonstrates a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
They stole
the Odyssey
one.
Carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard.
I'll go
the ship
dig
in
some
storage.
up. Hi, Christina.
That's...
Please do.
Okay, but... I mean... This clone...
You said that one out loud.
In this?
I love the
Destroying
enthusiasm
Elizabeth's
breaking.
dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate
What
function
did Butt
self-aware.
Spot say?
Why?
I have wondered this myself.
Patina.
So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes, as your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that
Some
shields
kind
them
of
from
protective
harm.
dance
No
leotard.
kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive
We had to sacrifice the
technology has
robot
eventually been
spider.
defeated by an offensive counterpart. For example, assuming I absorbed Hephaestus and utilized it to create a large force of combat machines. No shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
I really don't want to create an army of fighting machines. It feels like that's how we literally got here.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6
All right,
years
we're
to arrive
mathing
from
out
Sirius.
here. We're mathing.
Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting.
Well,
after
thank
a
God
total
they
of
did the math for us.
17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
This is Sherlock shit. Woo! Discombobulated.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
Humble brag.
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction.
Could this planet just like chill?
driving Earth's biosphere
Could
collapse.
Could it just chill? It's always
you can't do
oh
anything to stop
no.
If you can
Incoming
return
apocalypse.
Poseidon and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be
Soma.
purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated.
Yeah, I want the robots to
must be directed
not harm.
end.
Okay. You'll make the robots to reverse the environmental destruction. I'll learn a really cool dance routine, and we will solve our problems through dance.
How long do we have then?
At present rates,
Aloy
without
loves
additional
to dance.
factors,
Pretty sure.
the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather ether,
4
Demeter,
months?
Poseidon,
Sounds pretty
merge
blessed
you
to
with
me.
them?
We will only gain a few months more.
You support this, thank
Every
you.
bit counts.
Okay.
I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions. What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case, you will be looking for
You know what,
powerful
Remus?
computers
I had
and
already concluded that, so it's not even really a spoiler. I knew this was gonna culminate in an epic dance battle.
However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanakh territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus.
Aloy
But
Jam.
They seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location.
Okay.
My substratal geography data indicates that a major old world settlement called Las Vegas is
Las
located
Vegas.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh?
We're going to Vegas.
Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Agreed.
What happens in Vegas will apparently affect the entire fucking planet.
To the far west,
Forbidden Best.
I am unable to provide any relevant data.
We're gonna learn how to dance in Vegas! God, this is all making sense.
Okay. So
Lost
3 subordinate
Vegas.
functions to go after. Aether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Netcracker's sweet. Okay.
I think I'll head for Aether.
Then I will assign Aether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region.
Ooh. I get it, so that's why there were the storms.
Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere. Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit a summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
Not this list, pretty short. Learn how to dance.
I do, don't I?
Dance. Easy.
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that
Is too far for breaking.
Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzinith?
You've got a
Live up
point
to her
there.
example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Aw, Gaia believes in me.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
I do want to go back to Plainsong.
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
Pointsonality. Establish the base. So I decided to go for the plants Demeter first here. I cut a straight line directly from here to the plants. Oop. Tinker, thank you so much for that follow and welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Hello, hello. So I was gonna go until like 5, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to call it here. Feel like this is a good stopping point because then we can do some more exploring, like in all of this map stuff. Because I basically I'm gonna do all of this, so I think that's what we'll sort of start tomorrow with. Because yeah, everything else is taking us forward, and that was a lot to process. This was a lot of data. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. Vegas, baby! I have been to Vegas 3 times now. The last time was for EDC, and it was fucking amazing, and I hope to go back one day. Back in time and watch the VOD. You're so powerful. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. Let's find someone lovely to raid. So John asks Sherlock what his favorite type of rock is, and Sherlock turns around and says, "Sedimentary, my dear Watson." Nice, EI. I'm not sure if there's a specific way to pronounce your name, so I'm gonna go with EI, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. But hello and welcome to the stream. Yeah, for anyone new that is watching today, please don't forget to follow the stream so you can see the continued adventures of Aloy versus the Space Dance Troupe and the quest for plants. Pretty sure that's the name of this video game. I will be back tomorrow. Here, let me get the raid queued up first. I'm gonna go to front page. See who's on the shelf. I do like that the live channels we think you'll like is literally my following list. Like, it's so weird that that's how that does that. Well, there's a few people that I know that are actually on the shelf right now. I know who we're gonna raid. We're gonna go raid Poison. She's wonderful. I'm excited. I normally wouldn't get to raid Poison because they stream usually in the mornings, but they're doing a later stream today. You might like channels you follow. I know, big brain. Horizon 2, Electric Boogaloo. So I hope everybody can show them a ton of love. They are wonderful. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. It has been a fucking fantastic stream. Thank you for 14 subs, a bunch of new follows. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for everyone new. Thank you for a ridiculous number of rock jokes, programmer jokes, music jokes, and who the fuck else knows. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure to check out my socials, whether it's Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and just following me on here. Love you guys so much. Take care.